Hey, we're Blenderstyle, and on this episode, we turn it up for We Butter the Bread with Butter. Das Album, released in 2021. Cheers, fellas.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Are you a stationary salesman? I came across this band from another band we reviewed, Electric Callboy.
Yes.
This makes sense.
Had a video for the song Hyper Hyper, and then afterwards they released some remixes, and one of the remixes from a band called We Butter the Bread with Butter. And it was convoluted and fucked up, and I couldn't even recognize the actual song. It was disgusting, disturbing almost. And I was like, I got to check this band out. So I started researching it, and I found out that it's two guys that started the band. They originally started as a band that pretty much did metal versions of German nursery rhymes.
Okay, that sounds terrifying.
Yes, and then they kind of like did a bunch of other stuff and added some members to the band, and then the lead singer left to develop apps full time.
Oh, right on.
And then just recently for this album came back, and so this is their first album this is their fifth album, first time in 9 years to feature the original member and vocalist Tobias, and the first time in 11 years as them a duo with just Tobias and their guitar player.
So you got in this via Electric Callboy?
Yeah, so back then it was Eskimo Callboy.
Right, which we reviewed. Check out our review of Electric Callboy.
Yes. Right away, this is better than that.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, this is just...
What's that say? Better than Electric Callboy.
Okay, I just want to say that because if somebody watched our previous
it's weird
episode,
that you've discovered them through that, and when I listen to it, that's the first thing it reminds me of.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
Because it's German,
German, you're like, oh, everything German's related.
No, it's multi-genre.
It is. It's very multi-genre. This
what
album,
genre is this?
I honestly don't know. This has a really cool, like, the thing I like about it has this really cool mix between kind of dance, techno, hip hop, metalcore, death. Tobias has a crazy vocal range with some
I think everything you listed is correct.
Yes.
What's the song Jump
and Run?
Jump and Run. That even has like a crazy, like, doesn't it have like a, yeah.
This is all over the place.
It's very all over the place.
With genres too, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like it's genre bending a lot.
Yes, and they do a really cool job of like mixing it and melding it all together, which is really cool.
I wouldn't put it in what we've considered the world music, though.
No,
what we've talked about is like this world genre.
Yeah,
I think this is in there.
No, I think there's one or two parts that kind of remind me of maybe like some Japanese sounding stuff that we've listened to. I mean, I'm just relating to it because I don't know much about the genre, but that's what I would relate it to of what we've encountered.
There's
more hip hop in this though.
There's a lot of hip hop,
sure.
but I get where Nathan's coming from because there's like a kind of techno driven metalcore feel to this.
There's like a dance. Time. I like the more kind of like the more chill dance parts that they kind of do.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Like there was a band called Horse the Band that used to kind of do. They were great. It's definitely on my list. But that I like that aspect of it. I like some of the heavier parts and faster parts that they got going on. I love the screamer yeller guy more than the
guitar player.
No, is that the guy that does the clean?
No, it's the same guy. That's what I'm saying. His vocal range is all over the place.
Well, I don't want to say I do not like, but
you prefer the other one.
I prefer his deeper stuff, and I agree with you. I prefer his he has some crazy vocal range where he has some clean stuff, and he almost sounds like a Muppet. And then he goes to like these heavy like pig squeals and like death growls and barks and stuff, which is really crazy. And I was telling you guys outside, like, if you watch the videos for them, since they've gotten back together as a duo, the live shows, this dude's tall and lanky, and he almost looks like one of those wavy things in front of the car lots, like the way you see it. Because he's nerdy as fuck looking, and he's up there, like, he's in, like, a polo shirt, and he's fucking doing these death growls.
And he's like, I write apps.
And then he's throwing his hands around and shit, and he looks like one of those wavy things. And it's the funniest thing to see, but I would love to see these guys live because it'd just be so cool. Like, I
yes,
feel
this is Blenderstyle, us calling somebody nerds.
yeah. But I think these guys would be great to see live. I mean, the show itself would be fun. I think just the different people that would be in there, and like you said, like the hip hop to the R, like to the dance to the techno to the metalcore and all that in between, it'd be a really cool thing to see.
Well, and the music's like it's like dancey and like easy to groove to, but it catches your attention a lot. There's so many weird, wacky shit that pops up.
For sure.
It's heavy. Like a lot of the time, it's very heavy. The parts that really get me going are the like eerie parts.
Yes, there's some cool ambient shit going on.
When
in
it's
the
like
background.
more hit, it's like rap and it's like slower and creepy. I love it, dude. This like, I was expecting because it does remind me of Electric Callboy. It sucks that we keep bringing it up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair to compare them.
So,
But we all three of us we're making that correlation. This, and I expected Electric Callboy, and this is like way heavier and like
for sure.
more in my style.
2 questions.
All right.
Are the lyrics, because I didn't look it up, goofy? Okay. And the other thing is, the package of this is so off-putting to me. I'm telling you that when I first...
The band name sucks.
I think, fucking after Death... After Death...
What do you mean? It's the album.
After Death Heaven with fucking Sunbather, everybody's like, let's have a Pink fucking album. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Even before that, 18 Visions,
right
Vanity,
we probably
man.
should change that.
Whoops.
But
It's a girl.
I don't like the packaging, and also this is kind of what sucks about things. You judge it, right? So like I look these guys up and stuff, and I like just how they even like just
They're wearing like
the way
neon.
they look and stuff. I'm just like, is this a Vegas act or like?
So I feel you. I feel like the videos, like you said, like the
they're
videos.
gonna fucking pull a lion out somewhere. Or
It's
something.
almost like they don't take themselves serious, which
But they obviously do.
but
that's what he's saying. It sucks. 'Cause
Yeah, I
it's
don't like that.
and I
part
get
of
that.
it.
If it was-
I feel like they got something cool, and then they're like, "Oh, we got to put this fucking
This
Night
funny-
at the Roxbury
we gotta
part
put this
in
funny
it."
part in it to like to draw attention to ourselves or whatever. And I get what you're saying. So to kind of touch on what you said, we kind of talked about this during the Love Bites episode where we talked about the accent of the singer being so deep that you would almost prefer her to sing in Japanese, Maximum the Hormone, because you don't really care what they're saying. It just sounds cool or whatever. So that's kind of one of my things about this. Like, I listened to this album relentlessly and I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome. And then we started researching it, like really deep diving into it. And I kind of like went in and looked up the lyrics.
Like the translations?
What is it, like cupcakes ingredients?
It's kind of a joke. So the first song or the second track,
I was a little afraid of.
Dreh, is translates to turn it up, and it's just about turning up the volume, which is cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But then we get to weird shit like Stationary Salesman, track 5.
What is that about?
It's about a stationary salesman, like selling stationery to people.
Yeah.
Track 8, just talk to them. It's
Yeah,
about just talking to the girl that you're
Okay, so
interested
what are
in.
we
or
talking
whatever.
about? Okay, you're telling me a stationary salesman, right? He's selling paper clips.
Yeah.
He's sucking Post-its and shit.
You guys
is he
don't
like
think that's
going
kind of-
home and like jerking off and hanging himself?
Well, it's
is he like doing anything that I'm like?
No.
Into he's into
just
stationary.
selling
You know what I'm
stationery
saying, though?
and
Like,
getting
come
no
on.
respect. He's the Rodney Dangerfield of stationary salesman.
Oh,
It's like falling
No
down. He's just
respect.
like, I had a bad day
Yeah.
as stationary salesman.
Well, and then we get to like track
at
12.
least Rodney Dangerfield had good-looking women around him.
And then we get to track 12. Attack of the Kebab Plates.
That one made sense to me.
Yeah, it made perfect sense. But that's what I'm saying. So these guys, the music is, like you said, the music is serious. And it's,
Is that what
and it's
that
good.
means?
Yes. And the music is serious and it's good or whatever, but these guys don't take themselves serious. So it's hard to take them serious as
I
a
agree.
band.
That's like the
And so this is what kind of upsets me.
And then also, hold on real quick. And then also coming into it and researching and finding out that these two started the band, and they started the band as a like metal version of nursery rhymes. You knew they weren't taking themselves serious. And then they added additional members and shit and became a full band Tobias, the lead singer, left, and they brought another guy in. And then for years they had like this thing where they were kind of more of a serious band. And then they came back to just the two-piece that they originally started at, and now it's kind of back to the almost a joke band, but with really cool shit. And that's what kind of bugs me about it.
So I agree. That's the only thing that bugs me about it is the like goofy shit. Mm-hmm. It just takes away from like what's clearly some talent.
Well, so so obviously they're saying like, hey, we take the music more serious, or are they like, hey man, let's write this song about the attack of kebabs and write it very seriously. Is it basketball?
Well, yeah,
exactly. Is it brilliant?
Yeah, is it stupidly brilliant?
It's a valid question.
Where it's like,
or is it?
It's like mind-blowingly good question. I'm like,
it's one of those like.
It's true because I fucking hate it. I hate that I kind of like this.
But it's like you said, it's one of those weird things where like, are they so musically inclined and just?
I hate that they're with me. Sorry.
No, go.
You hate that what?
Because obviously they're musically inclined. They're throwing different things in, and and the thing is they're doing different genres, but it sounds like they actually understand the genre that they're like doing.
Exactly.
So like sometimes people it feels forceful, but these guys sound like they actually kind of know. So does some of that musical stuff like totally kill it for me sometimes? Totally. Like they're their own. What I'm getting into is they're their own worst enemy, in my opinion. Because they're like, "Hey, I really like this."
Well,
like it's a friend that's like, "You're like, I like you," and then he gets drunk and pisses on your wall.
Yeah, like I don't want to like you, but you're still my friend.
Is it kind of like Dahmer? We reviewed Dahmer. Is it kind of like that?
No. This is better than Dahmer for me, dude. I would listen to this. So I'm so gonna get hate mail from stupid grindcore.
We're gonna get written letters.
But this is kind of where I'm at with
Mom,
you, Nathan.
Meatloaf dudes.
I feel like these guys are musically talented and they're able to write these really cool songs and these really cool hooks and these engaging things. But then they really lack in the lyrical department, and their kind of lyrics are just an afterthought to them. And they're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, that sucks, dude.
Which does kind of suck.
Well, because also even in the kind of cool parts, you're like, I've heard this before. You can tell that it's just like, hey, we need this part.
Oh yeah, they're taking a lot of influence from a lot of different stuff on this.
But it is a unique mishmash of it, though.
But at the same time, to also credit them on that, they're taking all this influence from different stuff, and it's just two guys doing it.
I didn't know that.
Which is really cool.
I overlooked that somehow.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what makes it kind of this weird conundrum of like great music, weird lyrics, two guys with all this different influence, but they're still able to pull it off as two guys. And crazy enough, they're able to pull it off live, which is fucking even weirder.
With computers.
Well, exactly. But still to have two guys up there and keep time and all that stuff and keep the samples going and that stuff. It's cool. What would you guys rate it?
Sorry, when Slipknot was maybe doing that, and now Slipknot has trouble. I just think it's different, probably.
Well, but
why are you comparing this to Slipknot?
Why would you not compare this to Slipknot? I think it has Slipknot. The fucking after the first track, not the intro. The fucking little build up, and then it goes. It sounds like Slipknot in some parts.
Yeah.
But I mean, is like Slipknot is a band that kind of changed it up. Also, they had turntables and went into weird different things.
But they had a guy live doing it. These guys are all pre-programmed.
Exactly. So it's not the same to me.
It's not the same, but that's what I'm kind of getting at. To have it pre-programmed and still perform it exactly the same to keep up with that pre-programmed click truck efficient.
You lose me as soon as you say pre-programmed.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't.
But what I'm getting at is just to be able to do that live and keep it tight enough to not drift from your.
I don't hate it, but it's like it's
a weird thing.
It's a turnoff.
So we rate it. Rate it then. Rate it, motherfucker.
Damn, dude. I'm actually gonna give this a. Oh fuck! I give this a 2.9, man.
I like how you were like, fuck.
2.9 is not great.
It's pretty good.
I think
good.
Like, I think there's some shit on here that I would definitely like listen to again. Mm-hmm. Like Electric Callboy. Like, I don't want to ever hear that again. Like, I do not want to listen to it. I will never listen to it.
So you're not going to the Cowboy concert with us?
But would you listen to this again?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a fun album, honestly.
I thought it was...
I think you're underrating a little bit. I give it a 3.4 out of 5.
Wow.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Maybe when we're talking about it, maybe I did. This is a rating that I honestly have...
That you struggled with?
I think you're right, though. Like,
It's 2.9. I have to stand with
no,
it.
No, I agree with you. I understand where you're coming from. Because as an album, it's like, it's pretty good. But, like, the packaging and some of the other elements take away from it.
Mm-hmm.
There's, like, a lot of, like... There's a lot to consider with this.
I don't think I would buy a T-shirt from this band.
No, I would not rep this band.
They probably have nothing that...
I would buy a T-shirt from this band.
There's bands I think may have worse music than this that I would rep. Like,
so, like,
Pupil
if you
Slicer.
like this...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think I probably gave Pupil Slicer less than a 3.4, but I'm more of a fan of that band.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't want to be a fan. It's like...
It's almost...
anything
I
that's
have
over...
to give it props because I thought I was going to hate this shit like so
It
bad.
is good. That's why I'm giving it a 3.4. Casey, your pick. We butter the bread with what?
Butter. I give it a 3.5. I'm right there with you. I feel like there's some shortcomings of this. Overall, it's a great experience, and the music's really good and stuff. My biggest complaint is I don't like the fact that this is one of those bands where if you go see them live, it's going to be fun, but if you're watching the band, it's going to be boring. It's going to be fun in the pit and with everybody else around you, but you're not going to have fun watching the band because it's two guys. They're doing so much that they're not going to be able to interact with the crowd. Also, I think my biggest complaint about this is since this album's came out, this band's kind of like disappeared. It almost feels like this album was a contractual obligation for the band when everybody else left. And I don't know if it's true or not, but it just kind of feels that way because after this, there was this build up for this album. After it came out, I feel like there hasn't been anything going on. There's been honestly, couple music videos and then that was it.
Honestly, I got to tell you, this sounds like it's for younger people, but at the same time, this band has been around for so long.
Oh, for sure.
That they're probably just dated. It's just not very like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Are they a big band? Are they like huge?
I don't know. I feel like kind of to touch where you're at, though, I feel like maybe they were dated as they were coming up to this album, but to reinvent themselves back as the two piece that they were, but not doing the hardcore.
I haven't heard anything before this. So.
I've listened to a couple songs, and they're more metalcore than they are all over the place. But it's like maybe one or two songs I've heard.
Well, the metal in this is metalcore.
Oh, for sure.
If and when we take Blenderstyle to Germany and we end up in the club and they're playing this, I'm stoked to hear it.
Oh, yeah, this will be great. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'd be great.
If they play over here in the States at something I'm at or whatever, a festival or something, I'll go watch it.
I'll go check them out. I'll go to that stage. We're Blenderstyle. That was We Butter the Bread with Butter. Das Album. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us what you think we should listen to next. We're always open for suggestions.
It's air trafficking straight to my asshole. Right here, boys.